Hey guys, today I have a triple knife review for you today. We've start with the Kershaw here. Launch 23, I think. I sure hope that's right. Then we've got a ZT Auto. Couldn't tell you the name. Let's look it up. It's probably on this knife. 0512. There we go. I think this is probably my favorite design. I've been using the crap out of this one, and I've beaten the crap out of it. I found its Achilles heel is tin cans. I was cutting open a tin can to put frogs in for my daughter, and I found that erasers will take off a lot of the scratches. It's not really scratches. I don't know. I can't tell if it's scratches or if it is just the can wearing off, but then we have the ZT. I'm just going to call this one the Hulk. It does have a number, 0203. This thing is huge. It's massive. It reminds me a lot of my good old Crooked River. So almost the same size, just not as heavy or girthy. When I got the box to this knife, I was like, what is in there? Lead? So it's tough. You know, this one is on washers. These are both autos, so I don't know what that action looks like. It's magic. It's pretty cool though. But this blade shape is very interesting to me. It's a little pointier than I would want, but it's also massive. Let's measure this for you guys. This is M4 crew wear and M4. So this blade is about 4 inches. And the whole knife itself is like 9.5. And this one looking at 3.5 and 8 inches overall. And this knife around 8.5 with a 3 3/4 inch blade ish. Don't quote me on these. This thing has been in my pocket like nonstop. I just can't take it out. I love it because I paid $155 on it. I think on Knives Ship Free. And at that price, I know it's not super cheap, but compared to the price of these, you know, I'm like, I can beat it up and not care. I've resharpened this recently last week, and it was super easy to resharpen. I did a guided sharpener, and I did it in like 5 minutes, and I was popping hairs and slicing stuff at like, I think I went to like 600 grit, and then I stropped it on, I have a mechanical strop. And yeah, this thing's just, it's such a good deal. This knife here is crew wear, and I've heard amazing things about crew wear. I really, really do love the shape of this blade. It's probably my favorite. This fits in my hand really well, even though it's not the largest of these. And the auto on these two knives is very aggressive, but you get used to it. I did hand this to my cousin. It flew out of his hand and hit my truck. No one was harmed. Nothing was scratched, but that's going to happen with these two right here because they're so aggressive. This one here is washers. Bronze phosphorus, I'm pretty sure, and it's got this huge lock, this massive lock, and it is so smooth for being on washers. Washers, not bearings. It's very smooth. This knife is just such a great design. It's basically, I feel like it's like a fixed blade. It just feels so tough. These thumb studs are massive. If you need a big tough knife, this is it. The texturing is just great. These I really, really like this lock access thing. It's not the most like springy, but I think it's plenty good enough. It is soft, but man, I couldn't see any issues with that. This thing, it's huge, really cool. So out of the three of these, design wise, I think this is my favorite. It's got this really soft micarta, or like rough, I guess. It's got texture to it, and then we've got titanium on this side, and I think a steel liner, if I remember right. And then I really do like this button. This button, originally when I got this knife, I made a review and I was like, I'm gonna bevel out this buttonhole. But I've gotten used to it. I did have gloves on one day and it was a little hard for me to get to it, but I did get to it. And I think I can close this one-handed now. When I first got it, I couldn't, but I don't feel super confident doing that most of the time. Got some G10 texture in here. I know they just launched a new one of these with a drop point. Or spear point, with a spear point, which is really cool looking. I think this drop point's great, but a spear point would be neat too. I don't think you can go wrong with any of these knives. It's just a matter of what you want to pay. If you're wanting something more, budget friendly, this one right here, the pocket clip on this thing is phenomenal. In and out of the pocket, super easy. And I think we have almost the exact same pocket clip here, just a little different. I do like the way that it swoops pretty well up, and so when it's going into your pocket, it's a very smooth transition. So, and this one here is a little more unique of a pocket clip, but yeah, it still feels great in the pocket. So this thing here would be like basically like a folding camp knife, or I would say almost like survival, or it's even got like a tactical vibe to it because of the huge blade and Piercy. Again, M4 crew wear and M4 again. So go check these out. Kershaw and ZT are just knocking it out of the park lately with like I've said this before, but I feel like Kershaw and ZT are kind of like merging into one. Yeah. That's just what's happening. I don't know. You've got like these budget-friendly premium knives from Kershaw, and then ZT always premium, but that price is coming down on the ZTs, and it's it's still pretty reasonable and not really going up much on these Kershaws. Kershaw is just making some really cool stuff these days. And, you know, Oregon, I don't know, Oregon just has some of the best knives. I mean, let's just pull out some Oregon knives right now. We've got Mr. Work Sharp, Benchmade. Maybe we can get Jack Wolf to move to Oregon. Ben, what do you think? And then, yeah, Chris Reeves right next door. I mean, Oregon and Idaho are pretty close. So yeah, check these guys out. Making some really, really cool stuff these days. And I think this one right here is a winner for me. This just came out with some new colorways, I think. And so you can get, I think I can't remember, maybe in all black. I don't know. Go look it up. Anyway, have a good one, and I'll check you in the next video.